Hey everybody, this is Christopher Kelly, managing producer of entertainment for NJ.com, joined once again by our food dude,
Hey.
Genovese, for our weekly chat about New Jersey food. Pete, you have started the search,
Yes.
the quest. You are visiting 50
burger
restaurants.
joints, 100 plus burgers. I thought I would be able to keep it under 100, but it looks like it's going over 100 because I had 3 at one stop yesterday. And some of these single burgers count as like 6 burgers because they're so gargantuan. But yes, 50 burgers. Day 5 is today.
Day 5 is today.
We move on.
You are, talk a little bit about the process. Each day and these are the semifinals.
Yes.
These are the 50 burgers that you and our readers collectively determined are among the 50 best in New Jersey, and you are visiting all 50 of them to ultimately determine 10 finalists. Then you'll visit them all again, pick a winner. But we're in the semifinalist round,
Right.
and what's this process like? You start your day early afternoon, and
We try to start right around noon, 11:30. Try to work during the day. It's easier. The crowds are much less manageable. Traffic. So. And again, these are 50 semifinalists, the same framework we did with the Best Bars competition over the winter. 25 were voted in by the readers, 25 I picked. We're visiting all 50, 3 or 4 a day, nonstop meat onslaught.
you get a menu. Someone hands you a menu,
Yep.
and in fact, here is one of the
There we
menus:
go.
the Iron Horse
In Westwood, Bergen County.
in Westwood. So you get the menu, you open it up, and how do you pick? Do you pick the Colorado burger, the Margarita burger? I mean, there's so
No.
many choices. What do you do?
Yeah, well, the owner's always there, the manager or waiter or waitress. So we said, give us your either the most popular burger or the one you would recommend. I try to get a sort of a plain. I want to taste just like I want to.
Almost like your control burger.
Well, in most cases, I mean, sometimes they don't have that plain burger, or there are 2 on the menu that you must try. But I like the plain burger, just meat, so nothing. It's not overwhelmed by toppings and lettuce and tomato and mustard and other things that should or shouldn't be on burgers. And then I'll say, give us your most popular or recommend something, or just recommend 2. So it's sort of a flexible process. But like I said, I leave it up to them to at least recommend 1 burger. So we were at the Iron Horse yesterday, and they recommended kind of a neat 2. There was one sort of an Italian with roast red peppers and mozzarella. It was kind of very tasty, kind of alternative to your sort of standard burger, lettuce and tomato. And the other one was the Bedrock, which was this like gigantic 12-ounce patty cheeseburger, just a cheeseburger, a huge piece of meat. So they were both. And the Iron Horses.
So these come out. You have 2 giant burgers in front of you. That seems like a filling lunch, if you ask me.
And then I've got to repeat it, over and over again for that day. Yeah, obviously, and I made the vow right from the beginning. I'm going to lose 10 pounds during this. Eat 100 burgers, lose 10 pounds.
We're gonna talk more about this in a minute.
Okay, so that's not going so. We'll leave that
First
play.
week's
But,
a little bit iffy.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not eating a whole burger. We yesterday I wrote about the heart attack burger in Ducktown Tavern in Atlantic City. It would literally probably cause that if you finished it in under 10 minutes. It's aptly named. So sample, just like doing anything, no food critic eats, generally, if they're doing something like this, with sort of a mass, in a concentrated period of time, you're not going to eat the whole slice of pizza. You're not going to eat the whole, especially burgers. I could eat a whole slice of pizza, several times every day, but a whole burger, the size of some of these burgers, forget about it.
Now, that said, have you had a situation yet where you take the bite and you go, damn, this is good, I want to eat the whole thing?
I've had, yeah. Yesterday, we were at the White Manna in Hackensack. You'll see my White Manna shirt. This is the White Manna in Jersey City. So they're totally two different operations, not really related to each other. So I was at the other White Manna in Hackensack. It's sort of I've called it the state's cutest, most photogenic diner. It's smaller than this room that we're in right now. It is a tiny place. You sort of crowd in. You give your order. There's no, you walk up. The cook will recognize you when he's ready. You don't talk. You don't go up there and order. You wait for him to say next, and he knows who's next, and he knows what order. He knows who ordered what. It's amazing. Nothing's written down. It's an amazing place. So the sliders. They make sliders, and it was so good. The first one was so good. I think I ate 2 whole ones, and so that's different. But like I said, yeah, it's hard to resist. A good burger. It's hard to resist.
Of course. Have you found, by the 3rd place at the end of the day, are you just, meet it out at the end of the day, or?
I'm a professional.
You're a professional.
At least that's what I keep telling myself.
Okay, fair enough. Let's talk. You mentioned the Heart Attack Burger, which is a name that personally I might steer away from, but you went right towards it. Yeah. You walked towards a heart attack.
I walked towards it. Yeah, I saw it and I had to have it. And that was breakfast. We were there, Atlantic City, at 11:30 in the morning, just shortly after the place opened. No, actually, it's 24/7, so it was already open. So I started the day with a heart attack.
So bacon on this.
Bacon, every imaginable, no egg, mozzarella sticks, corn nuggets. We had bacon, we had French fries, we had
cheese burger.
Squished in between the bun. Yeah, on top of the burger. Sometimes some of it was under the burger. It was about the yay high. It looked like a walking, talking heart attack. And a potato boat. I wasn't sure I ran into a potato boat before, but there was a potato boat squished in there. It's like sort of like a hollowed out potato, looked like a boat. That was in there too, with the mozzarella sticks, with the corn nuggets, with the bacon, with the French fries, with the cheese. And don't forget the meat.
Was
you
this
couldn't even see the meat. It was so covered with stuff.
This sounds as tall as like a Wizard of Oz munchkin.
It was a teetering tower of cholesterol craziness. It was just
okay.
It actually was funny. It was sort of sitting there, and all of a sudden, part of the tower the heart attack had a heart attack, so they had to sort of put it back together again.
How does the bun hold together?
It did. Oh, they made it. Yeah, they made enough of these. Like I said, it's very artfully crafted.
Sure.
You sort of have to know. You can't put you got to put the heavy stuff on the bottom and the other stuff.
And you can get your mouth around this?
Sort of. Yeah, you can. It depends how big your mouth is. I have a pretty big mouth, so I have I manage, but a knife, probably a sharp knife, would come in handy.
And how much does this set you back?
I think that was about $12, $13.
Not including the ensuing medical bills.
Yeah, and I think the best part on the menu says you don't need any sides. Yeah, no kidding. They're all crammed inside the burger.
Has the FDA visited? Is this legal?
Yes.
This seems like all sorts of trouble. Okay.
And they said the best, of course, most people order it at, the bars, Ducktown Tavern, the bar is open 24/7. Most people order it like, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
When everything tastes great.
I'm sure they're stone cold sober at that hour and know exactly what they're getting. You mentioned another burger you tried yesterday called the Meat Lovers, and this is another one of these.
This makes the heart attack look like a mild, passing breeze.
Like Lipitor.
Yeah, like a mild headache. Really, this Meat Lovers burger at Doghouse Saloon, Washington Township, Bergen County. 6 slices of Taylor ham. Ready for this? You ready for this? You're sitting down. God. 6 slices. I've just begun. 6 slices of Taylor ham. 13 slices, not 14, not 12. 13 slices of double fried bacon, not just merely once fried bacon.
On top of the ham.
It's all squished in. It's squished on in between the bun on top of the burger. So 6 slices of Taylor ham, 13 slices of double fried bacon. 8-ounce meat patty and deep fried pepperoni and cheese and
deep fried pepperoni.
Deep fried pepper. Everything is fried or deep fried. Yeah, deep fried. There's actually, I hate pepperoni on pizza, but it was actually pretty tasty. I was picking them out one by one, and the bacon was nice and crisp too because they double fried it. So it was nice. Meat Lovers, crunchy was the word for that burger. And, and the burger was almost an afterthought with all this other stuff, and they actually had. Speaking of afterthoughts, they had lettuce underneath for the healthy kick, for that little nutritional balance.
Make it lettuce. Yeah, it's like diet food. It's like a Diet Coke after they eat burgers. Again, has the FDA been to this place? These are legal things?
Yes, these are. I'm not sure we'll find a bigger burger on this entire mission. These 100 burgers that I'm going to sample. If I see a bigger burger, I'm probably going to run away screaming. That was seriously. We measured it. It was almost 8 inches high. That's a tall burger. So
the DEA cracks down on cocaine users and heroin dealers, but this is okay? This is somehow less healthy?
I didn't think we'd ever get more cocaine into a discussion of burgers, but somehow you did.
This sounds like a public health crisis.
It's the most popular burger. It's the most popular. They have about 13, 15 burgers. This is the most popular burger on the menu. It's sort of a blue collar place. You're not going to find a lot of suits in there probably. Worried about messing up the ketchup on their Armanis. And they said a lot of people you have to, you can't possibly, unless you have the world's biggest mouth, you can't possibly fit this into your mouth, so you have to cut it somehow. People are always cutting it.
This just sounds
share it sometimes.
Demented to me. But and how much is this one?
This is, again, 12, 14.
But it sounds like you can feed a family of 14 with this
you
thing.
could.
This is a bargain.
Saeed, the photographer, he's bringing, thank God he has kids, because he's bringing all these burgers home. I'm not sure what they did.
Those poor kids.
I'm sure they looked at it, knowing what little I know about his kids. I'm sure they took one look at it and just dove in.
Hopefully with a knife and a fork, because that is. Anyway, you
quite
go to NJ.com.
It's quite impressive. And just putting it together. Again,
yeah.
just like the heart attack burger, just putting it together and making it hold. This was a little less, I think, engineering knowledge needed, because there was sort of a little less on it. It's just piling meat on top of meat. But it was just, I took one look at it and I said, I can't, I would dare anybody to come up with a bigger burger anywhere in the country than this.
And folks will be able to see the photo of this, which I'm looking at on Pete's iPhone.
And vegetarians, just avert your
shuddering.
eyes.
Speaking of, good segue, Pete, because that was actually next on my list. Vegetarians. We are not forgetting the vegetarians.
All right.
I'll poke fun at them occasionally, but I love them deep down. And we are not forgetting them. And actually, I think the first place you visited was a Veggie Burger. Talk about the experience of, you're in this sort of meat orgy, but then occasionally you're stepping out trying different burgers. And is it comparing apples and oranges? Has it been tough to kind of make the judgment?
No, not at all. Good. I don't. Obviously, it's not meat. But it's all things to all people in the burger world. And we did get a lot of blowback online when we announced when people saw that there were some veggie entries. We said that no, they're not burgers. Don't. But we have to be all things to all people. And there's only, I think, 3 or 4 places that really specialize in veggie burgers. And the first one was, it was quite tasty. We had a black bean burger.
I love a black bean patty.
Yeah, it was quite at Basil Bandwagon outside Flemington. They did a turkey burger, which was obviously meat, but the black bean burger, which is their most popular burger. It's quite tasty.
And you have a couple of other vegetarian spots.
We had one yesterday. We stopped at a Jersey City Veggie Burger. She doesn't have a storefront. She sets up at farmers markets. So we were in South Orange yesterday. She had a little frying pan. She cooked them up. And she did something called a Three Sisters Veggie Burger, which had a little spice to it. It was quite tasty. Yeah. And she sells them, you can buy it frozen at the farmer's market, or she cooks one up for you right there with a Martin's potato roll. It's a nice little combination.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe that's a finalist. But we're not giving anything away at this early date. There's too much more judging
many more burgers
to happen. Pete, you have had great response from the readers who occasionally have poked a little fun at this endeavor. What are some of the choicer comments, if you will, that we've got?
Oh, the ones that I can repeat on here. But a lot of it, as we received with the bar showdown, there's a lot of how come you didn't include this place, that place, that place, and we're getting a lot of those now. And again, we gave people 2 weeks to make recommendations, so there's plenty of time, and you had a chance to vote. So there's some of that, but some of it is, the veggie burgers. The veggie burgers are not real burgers. We get a lot of those comments. Some is, are you just going to do like the biggest, most obnoxious looking burger? No, we're not. It's again, these are the burgers that the place has recommended. That place in particular was their most popular burger, but this is not search for the biggest, craziest burger. It's the search for the best burger.
And best could be a little slider, or it could be a giant. Could be a veggie burger. Yeah.
And like I said, the comments have been more. I think people are more curious about this. Not that they weren't curious in the bar mission, because it's more focused this time. But bars were sort of analyzed. We're judging them on a lot of different qualities. This is just the burger, the quality of the burger, the taste, the smell. How well it's put together. It's much more focused. It's much more. So I think people are more curious. I think the winner can come totally out of left field. Not that it didn't in the bar showdown, but I think maybe not. Some of the biggest names may not even make it to the final. The finalist stage, and some of it could be complete unknowns. There could be a mix. Who knows? I don't even know where this is heading right now.
Some of the other comments have suggested let the games begin and keep the Rolades nearby.
I've never needed those.
People are always looking out for you, Pete. They worry after you. That's really generous of them. After a month of all the cholesterol loading, I hope you have a portable defibrillator on the hot dog on the Munchmobile. The answer to that is no, you do not. But we can look into that. We can perhaps expense it. So
we do have the back seat does fold down into a bed in case I need to take a little nap or lie down and wait for the defibrillations or whatever they're called to go away, so that there is that. But otherwise, I've never needed any sort of medical assistance.
And we're going to keep it that way.
Okay.
I hope. Pete, so folks should keep the comments coming and go on NJ.com because we love them and Pete responds to all of them. But I want to get down to business here because last week, for our regular viewers, will recall that you made a bold announcement, billed it as such, and I was a little skeptical. The bold announcement was that you were going to lose 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
And I was a little skeptical. I said, I don't think this is physically possible. Where do we stand?
Right now, we had a little setback yesterday. I think on the meat lovers.
You fell off the wagon.
The extra sliders at the White Manna, and then that meat lovers. And I took more than a few bites of that. I think Saeed shot video, and then we had 4 stops altogether. So it was a long day to begin with. So I think I fell off the wagon a little bit. I think the wagon ran over me. But I was the first couple of days I was in good shape. I lost like 3.5 pounds, and now I'm sort of went the other way.
So now you're going back.
Yeah, we got to lose more than 10 pounds at this
How
point.
is this diet happening? Is it a daily weigh-in? Is there are you coming home and running or getting up early and running?
I run in the morning, when it's nicer. So I haven't run in a couple days, so that didn't help either. So it's just a matter of motivation. It's a willpower and motivation. It's not a matter of.
But don't the burgers slow you down a little bit?
Well, again, you run in the morning, so you can, they've had a chance to settle. Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, I think if I ran, that's probably not a bad idea. If I ran as soon as I got home, that would probably have more immediate effect. But whatever. I think the key is not to eat dinner when I get home. That
was my next question.
And I haven't, I haven't been able to do that. I ate when I got home last night and the night before, so I need to. Yeah. Well, it's all.
So you're also eating. You're also eating
dinner when I get home. Oh yeah.
What the heck could be for dinner after 3 or 4 burgers?
It's not burgers, that's for sure. It's just whatever.
What, some short ribs? Like what else?
Actually, I had a little pasta a couple nights ago. We had some,
He pledged 10 pounds. He's eating 4 burgers a day and going home to a big bowl of pasta.
That was 2 nights ago. Well, it's the Italian in me. What can I? But I'm so you know what it is. You're eating burgers all day. The one overpowering thing that's going on in your mouth, salt.
Salt, of course.
I want to go home and either drink, a gallon of water or maybe an adult beverage, and it's usually leaning toward the adult beverage, and that doesn't help. That's
Pete, no, don't take this the wrong way, but this diet sounds like a complete disaster.
It does. Well, no.
4 burgers. This is the new Atkins diet. 4 burgers a day, a bowl of pasta, and some alcohol, and you're golden. You'll lose 10 pounds.
Yes. It'll be done. It will be done.
We are going to stick with Pete on his diet because we don't want him to get unhealthy during this month-long journey through 50 burgers. So
50 burgers, 100 burgers.
100 burgers, 50 burgers, 50 stops.
And 10 pounds.
And a few extra bowls of pasta on the side. Pete, so next week you got a bunch more places on the agenda. Anyone you're particularly excited about? A new one that you haven't tried yet?
I mean, a lot of these places, as I said from the beginning, a lot of places I haven't been to. The 50, I probably haven't been to 35 or 40 of them. So I'm really curious about them. Again, a lot of people have been. Everyone has their favorite burger place. You got to go here. You got to go there. So I've gotten a lot of enthusiastic comments, and I'm looking forward to all of them. And they're a whole mix. They're high-end restaurants. They're holes in the wall. Places by the side of the road. Places right in the middle of a small town. Fancy suburbs, and they're just sort of all over the Jersey geographic map, and different kinds of places too. So it's going to be fun, and I've sort of mixed them up. We sort of each day is sort of in a particular area, but and then the next day we sort of move to another part of the state. So we're moving, against a statewide showdown. All but one county is represented, so I don't want to hear like, oh, you're ignoring whatever. We're all over the state for this.
What was the county that failed to deliver?
The county that failed to deliver was Cumberland.
Cumberland,
yeah,
Cumberland.
Cumberland.
Makers?
Yeah. Well, there was an obvious choice in Cumberland, Jim's Lunch in Millville, but they're closed in the summertime. They close Memorial Day to Columbus Day, and which is sort of an interesting way. You take the summer off. So we would have gone there, but they're closed now. So that's it. But we're everywhere else.
Until next time, this is. We'll hope Pete is still standing. Maybe we should open a betting.
It doesn't sound like you're too confident right here. It doesn't sound like you have much
confident.
faith.
I'm confident you'll still be standing. The 10 pounds, losing the 10 pounds, I'm a little less assured of. But we'll see. You got time.
It will be done. I think I should get some sort of prize at the end of this.
If you win the 10 pounds,
yeah,
I can talk to management about that, and I think that's we may be able to work something out. All right. Until next time, we'll be back again next week talking about more burgers. This has been Chris Kelly,
Pete Genovese
for NJ.com.